Greetings, it's Sis Coconut. Hey, it's Friday, Lover's Day. I hope you are full of love, even if it's for yourself. It's okay, right? I like to tell people to be selfish every once in a while. Selfishness has such a bad connotation, but honestly, more people need to be selfish. Take care of yourself. Anyway, what we are talking about today is the hand of fate. Yes, that is correct. We have two hands, and we have a passive hand and an active hand. And do you know that you can actually change the course of your day by the hand you're using in conjunction with which finger you are wearing jewelry on? That is correct. Yes, that's what I said. So because I talk a lot about abundance, I study different ways we can bring prosperity into our lives. And one way is to wear jewelry on your hand to help sway you in a certain decision, because each finger is associated with the planet, and the way the planet affects your life is going to be amplified by certain gems or crystals that you wear, okay? Or the placement of the rings on the particular finger. And in fact, you can also wear certain gemstones on a particular finger to help counter negative influences of the planet, okay? So each finger is associated with a planet, except the thumb. It really doesn't have a planet. It stands alone. But some people associate it with a Venus-Mars type of energy. So the planets affect you, and now you can harness that energy. Many people will tell you your right hand is masculine, it's strong, it's powerful, and your left hand is feminine, intuitive, and artistic. Let me say up front, for all of my haters, my teacher, he's an Obeah man, Obeah priest. In his tradition, your occult hand is the left hand, and the finger that you would normally wear an occult ring of protection or a guard ring is on your left middle finger. If you subscribe to a tradition that holds that the right hand is the occult hand, wonderful. For the purpose of this video, this is what we are dealing with. Okay. And if you look, well, we all are very familiar with palmistry, right? You can read the lines and mounds and different things in the palms, but also your fingers are divided in 3 sections, and each section does have an explanation. Each finger is also associated with an element. Yep. So the thumb, for example, would be fire. A lot of times in my yoga classes, I will teach the students to take the remaining fingers, press them into the pad of the palm, and with the thumb pressing up towards the heaven, they would do a certain fire breath, okay? So I'm just going to give briefly what each finger could represent, and also the body part that the particular finger reigns over. So each finger is associated with a planet, and it's also associated with a body part. So I have my notes because I don't want to forget. Not a thing. Okay, so your thumb. Your thumb is associated with the fire element. And like I said, some people say it's a Venus-Mars type of energy. It represents your ego. And if you notice, your thumb is shaped differently. And you will notice that it kind of stands alone. So it represents your ego or yourself. And it's associated with confidence, self-assertion, self-control. And did you know, for example, when you cut yourself or you burn yourself or you have an accident, we're like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Oh my God, I was so stupid. Do you realize that accidents are a way that your subconscious mind is talking to you? So if you injure your thumb, more than likely you are dealing with some mental concerns like worry, okay? And the organ that it's associated is the stomach and the spleen. And oftentimes you will see that your skin would be an issue, or you would have headaches when you have issues with the energy that's ruling your thumb. Your index finger is associated with the element ether, which is sort of like your wishes in your spirit realm. And the index finger is ruled by Jupiter, which is benevolence, growth, and expansion. And let me just tell you, for all of those that keep asking me about Jupiter and working with Jupiter, yes, Jupiter is abundance, but Jupiter gives you more of what you have. It is the planet of expansion. So that means if you have poverty, it's going to give you more of that. So be very careful when you're working with Jupiter energy. But it does stand for money, luck, and new contracts, leadership, self-esteem. And it's like your pointer finger for a reason, because that's like your first wand, okay? So it's sort of like, because it's associated with ether, when you point, it's your pointer finger, because you are establishing a desire for a wish to come true. If you injure this particular finger, it does indicate that you have some anger and fear, a lack of ambition, and it's associated with your urine or kidney, and you would see back issues. Take notice the next time you incur an injury on your hand, see the placement of it, and let me know if I'm correct in what I'm telling you, that it is associated with a ongoing situation in your life. The next finger we're going to discuss is your middle finger. It's ruled by Saturn. It is the air element, and it actually teaches you alchemy, how to focus. It teaches you responsibility and karma. And you would see more than likely sexual issues and frustration coming about if there is a blockage here. You would also notice that your liver or your circulation would become an issue. So what I'm telling you is that in order to combat certain things, you would begin to wear rings on these particular fingers, either on the day of the planet or on any day you wish to pull in the energy of that planet, okay? The next finger is your ring finger. It's associated with the sun, ruled by water, and it guards your authenticity, and how you are showing yourselves to the public, how you open your heart, whether you open it or not. And it's called the ring finger because your left ring finger was thought to have a vein that ran directly to your heart artery. And in the olden days, when someone felt love for you, they would give you a token of a ring. And that's why that is the commitment finger. It's all about romance. And just like the sunshine, it is all about how you present yourself and having a good self-esteem. Usually, if you injure this finger, it is going to show the breakdown in relationships. Maybe you are grieving and you haven't realized that. And it also will show out in the body, in the large intestine, and heart issues or respiratory issues, okay? The next finger we're going to discuss is the little finger, which is your pinky. And your pinky is associated with Mercury and commitment, ruled by the earth element. So, pinkies are used to make promises, okay? And in fact, the word pink used to mean the fact that someone was making a vow or making a promise or making a commitment. And if you see an injury to this particular finger, it usually indicates that there is some lying going on because it is ruled by Mercury. So that makes sense. Also, your small intestine or your bones would be an issue. Now, when it comes to healing, you're going to take each finger, associate the planet, and then from the planet, you associate the planet's gemstone, okay? And that's how you're going to know what particular gemstone to wear on what finger. You could also employ the use of mudras, which are hand gestures that we use to direct energy throughout the body to affect the brain, to stimulate change and healing. And yes, there is an abundance or prosperity mudra as well as road opening mudras. If all of this seems foreign to you, you could consider looking up hand reflexology. There are Western and Eastern charts. You probably could find a practitioner that could help you. Your thumb, as I was saying earlier, the reason why we call it the thumb, because the etymology of that word means swollen or biggest one. And the etymology of index is to point out, so it's called the pointer. The middle finger literally is sitting in the middle, so that's where it gets its name from. The ring finger is because it's tied to the heart, or the vein that's tied to the heart. And pinky is because it is the small one, okay? Or how you can make something small or concrete or commitment. Now, if your right hand itches, a lot of people say that means you're going to get money. So what you would do is slip your hand in your pocket immediately to hold on. If your left hand itches, it says that you have to give money out. So scratch it quick against some wood. That's probably where they get that whole rub the wood for good luck thing. Your left hand usually means it's your spiritual side, and your right hand usually means it is your financial side. This is in my system that my teacher teaches me, so don't combat me, okay? Silver jewelry is like a mirror, and it's reflective, like your soul, like the moon. It's also great to detoxify, and silver is great for protection. So if you want to consider what type of metal to wear, you would use silver. Gold is like the sun. So it's warm, it's giving, it's luxurious, it's abundant, and it's optimistic. So you use gold when you actually want to invite or entrance someone else. Well, I have a chart up for you, so please peruse them. As you're looking at this video, I thank you so much for your time today. And as always, Om Shrim Brizzy.